Hey, it's Adam here, and you're watching The Culture Hack, where we're talking about how to create engaged workspaces that unlock the potential of your teams and drive your business forward in ways you've never seen. So stay tuned. Okay, welcome. Super excited. Today we have on with us Kirk Morrison, who is the Chief Operating Officer of Cariboo Energy. And I actually used to work for Kirk in about 20 layers of hierarchy between us, but it was super awesome. So it's great to see you again, Kirk. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me. It should be fun.
Yeah, I think so. This is like a throwback, right? So tell us about Cariboo, leading clean fuels company. Tell us what's going on with Cariboo.
Yeah, no thanks. So Cariboo LCF, we're clean energy developers. We're looking at projects primarily in Western Canada, but we have an opportunity down in the Western United States as well. Our project, which is closest to development, is a green hydrogen facility located in southeast Alberta. If you recall, green hydrogen is producing hydrogen through the electrolysis of water. So like I said, simply from a civil engineer's view of electrolysis, you zap water molecules with electricity and you split the hydrogen and the oxygen molecules, and it generates hydrogen gas as well as oxygen. So the project we have a letter of intent in place to sell the gas. We've got options for we've sourced the power. We need renewable energy to make it green hydrogen. So we've sourced the power. We've got a couple options for water. We've got a couple options for the site, and we're working on an agreement to put the hydrogen in a pipe. So based on that, we're raising equity in the private markets, and looking forward to advancing that and getting the project online.
That's very cool. And everyone seems to be very excited these days about hydrogen and renewable energy. So I'd imagine that people are pretty excited about companies like Cariboo and the projects you're working on. You're approached by a lot of people that are excited about what you're doing and curious and want to be part of it.
We have lots of interest at certainly the government level. You know, the project is very aligned with both provincial and federal and local strategies. We've got lots of interest from the investment community, and we have lots of interest from the supply chain, consultants and contractors and that. So it's an exciting time to be in the energy business right now. There's a lot going on, a lot of transition, and transition creates opportunity.
Right? Yeah, it's a time of change for everybody. And
yeah.
As you're building your team in this environment, like talk to me a little about engagement of your team. I mean, people very excited to be part of this new initiative in your company.
Yeah, so engagement to me is creating an environment where people can get excited about something. They can be enthusiastic, and they can really contribute to success. And so that's engagement to me, is creating that environment where people can really contribute to the success of the team. Right now, we're raising equity right now. We don't have facilities that have operating cash flow. So probably our biggest obstacle to engagement is compensating people so that they've got a cash flow that they can not worry about what's going on in their personal lives, and can focus on getting the projects over the finish line. So that's really and this is, Adam, this is my first foray into the development industry, and that's something I never had to deal with in my career. I always had a business that generated cash flow that we could give people who would draw a consistent salary on, and that benefits packages and all that sort of stuff. So it does impact the type of people that you can attract to the company, and then once they're there, keeping them enthusiastic.
So that's really interesting, right? You come from a background with an established business and a kind of a machine that's running with clients, versus now where it's kind of there's a dream of something that could be, there's an idea there's some momentum building. And like you said, the types of people and what they're looking for, their risk profiles are a little bit different. in that situation. Is that fair to say?
That's exactly it. Like for people that don't need to worry about cash flow in their personal lives, it's great. But for people who've got mortgages and kids playing sports and music and all that sort of stuff, where you've got where you need to maintain a cash flow, the business is challenging for those sorts of folks.
Right. So you've got, let's say, people that have their basic cash flow needs covered, and then they come in with all this energy and they're looking for a place to put that energy into.
Yes.
Like you said, be part of something where they're building, and what better business to contribute to than green energy and contributing to the solution to what we all know is a global problem, right?
Yeah. Global problem, but also global opportunity, and I would say a great opportunity for Canada, and a great opportunity for Alberta. We've got all sorts of resources, and we've got a lot of and we've got very talented people, very familiar, very experienced in developing big infrastructure projects. So huge opportunity for Canada.
Mm-hmm. So do you anticipate, once construction starts and your development project's underway and that, the machine starts turning, do you anticipate some rapid growth? Will you be bringing on lots of people in a short time?
Yeah, we'll need to, we've got 7 people right now. And when we're complete our first equity raise, then we'll have to build some infrastructure. We'll have to get, people and processes in place to, award work, to, maintain cash flows, all that sort of stuff. We'll have to get operations people in place. For Project Portal, which is the hydrogen facility in Southeast Alberta, we'll have an operations staff of probably in the 25 to 30 range. So we'll be building an organization.
Mm-hmm. Wow, it sounds, you almost take it for granted coming from some of the bigger companies, where you and I worked, and then you're coming here, and yeah, it's like a blank slate, right? How do you want to do it? Start.
Exactly,
right?
It is. Which is the fun part, but it's also different. Like, we don't have an HR department. Like right now, I'm the HR department, and I'm not an HR person. So so it's really building that with, you've got a clean slate and real opportunity to set culture.
Mm-hmm. 100%. I mean, everyone's wearing all the different hats, right? Like you said, your operations, and then your IT some days, probably, if you have to be.
I'm IT right now, yeah.
Exactly. And then HR, all that kind of fun stuff. And that's really interesting, because we talk to companies that they're in that exciting phase, and you attract the people that love wearing all sorts of different roles, right? That love to switch back and forth between, whether it's operations, and then they're doing safety, and then they're doing this, that, and the other. And then slowly, as you grow, that starts to calm a little bit, right? Everyone starts to narrow into their strengths, and sometimes there's some growing pains associated with that, right? I'm sure
growing pains, and you also get people in there that know what they're doing too. So,
right? Yeah, that helps. Right? Can't be seated in your pants the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, that's really exciting, and it sounds like you've got the experience and the breadth and depth of knowledge and excitement, so when it starts what you need to do, how to bring the team together. Any last thoughts on engagement for a rapidly growing company out there that you've seen in your experience?
I think the biggest opportunity is to really get people involved in contributing to the success of the organization. And that's really the opportunity in bringing people in, is you've got that opportunity to contribute to the culture, help mold the culture, to help develop the culture, and really see the results of your work, which I think people, that's what drives people.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Well, you heard it here first from Kirk Morrison. And last question for you before we go. I'm just, you've met a lot of people and businesses out there? Are there any other businesses or people that you thought would have some great insights to share with us on an episode of this show?
You know, Adam, I was thinking about that, and I am going to refer you. There's a good friend of mine, Glenn Moore, who
Okay.
Glenn Moore, he has a company. He started a company, Sonar Software, and they're a subscription-based company that basically provide office back-end services for wireless internet developers. And he would be a good guy to talk to, because he's developed the company, and they're growing right now. So I'll hook you up with him, and he'll be an interesting guy for you to talk to.
That'd be very cool. Tech is
Yep.
just going crazy now
Yep.
in Calgary and Alberta, so that's super exciting. Well,
Yep.
Kirk, I just wanted to thank you and really appreciate your time, and it was super neat to catch up, and feels a little nostalgic, and I'm just very grateful that you came on with me here today. So thank you.
Yeah, that was fun, and kudos to you and Caitlin for the operation you guys have built. So.
Hey, thanks for watching The Culture Hack. Do you want to chat culture and engagement? Give us a call and come on the show.